Failed London Mayor Sadiq Khan does not want you to watch this video. I can imagine that he'd rather that this clip I'm about to show you is deleted from the internet. Well, isn't it nice to know that what goes on the internet stays on the internet forever? Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. In today's video I'm going to go through this clip right here of Sadiq Khan that I can imagine he does not want you to watch. Now before we get into it, of course, do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and as a disclaimer, I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this clip right here. Thanks to MrBounceback.com at bounce_backloan for sharing this on X, saying a reminder of just how badly the British state is compromised by the grooming stroke rape gang scandal. Here is Sadiq Khan, Mayor of London, being grilled by Councillor Susie, and he's acting like all they did and how they will continue to act. Now, this clip is from the 16th of January 2025, during the whole furor at the beginning of the year, where we were all screaming for a national inquiry into these grooming gangs, okay? And so you've got Councillor Susie here questioning failed London Mayor Sadiq Khan, and yeah, here's the clip he does not want you to watch.
I asked you this question last week and you found every which way but not to answer it. Just how many grooming gangs have we got in London?
To avoid any misunderstanding, can she define what she means by that?
Yes, if you look at what's gone on in Rotherham, where there are people taking young girls, grooming them for sex, that is what I'm talking about.
We know in London there are issues about exploitation of young people, but they're not as defined by the member in her definition of what those types of gangs are.
So are you saying we haven't got the same sort of gangs that are in Rotherham, Bradford and lots of other places in the country?
Just for a misunderstanding, what does she mean by that?
You know full well what I mean by that. It's all over the television. You know exactly what I mean by that. These gangs of people that are grooming young girls for sex. Do we actually have those in London?
I'm unclear, Chair, what is meant by the question. If you could spell it out, I can answer.
I've just spelt it out. Are you not listening? It's the sort of gangs that groom young girls at a young age for sex. Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?
Indeed. How much clearer can Councillor Susie be? It's absolutely chilling, Sadiq Khan's response to all of this. Because here, you know, Councillor Susie, she is literally spelling it out for Sadiq Khan. It is grooming gangs that are grooming, manipulating, coercing, forcing young girls, children, right, into unspeakable things. And Sadiq Khan has the cheek to turn round and be like, well, hang on a minute. What's the definition of grooming gangs? What's your meaning of grooming gangs? Now, doing a little bit of amateur linguistic analysis here, he's trying to evade answering the question by firstly focusing on what's the meaning of grooming gangs. He's getting into the semantics of it all. But that's not him being stupid. That's him actually doing it by design, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Because by trying to get into the semantics of what's being asked in the first place, it means that A, he doesn't have to answer the question at all then at that point. And B, if he's good at it, it then means that at the end of it all, the person that has asked the question could end up in a state of confusion, trying to figure out the meaning of every single word that they've uttered in that question in the first place. Also as well, what was also extremely chilling about Sadiq Khan's response to it all is that he describes the victims of these grooming gangs as exploitation of young people. Now, think about it. I'm 38 years old, coming on to 39 years old later on this year in October, right? A young person to me is someone that's 20, 21 year old, finishing uni and getting off into the world, this, that, and the other, right? That's a young person to me. A young person to me is also someone that's 5, 6, 7 years old. Do you see where I'm coming from here? Sadiq Khan's usage of the term exploitation of young people as his descriptor for the victims of the grooming gangs actually is extremely misleading and is downright evil. Because a young person could be someone that's a child and underage, but also a young person could be an adult. Relative to yourself, relative to me, right? Sadiq Khan, for some reason, cannot utter the words in this clip that the victims of these grooming gangs are children. Specifically, mainly British children. British young underage girls. And even more insane is that he tries to focus on the meaning of grooming gangs, the semantics of it all. Like Councillor Susie was saying, don't try and play dumb. Don't try this game with me. You know full well the meaning of the grooming gangs, who they are, what they are doing. It's all over the media. You can't freaking escape it. You can't now. Thanks to the tireless efforts of the victims of these grooming gangs that over the years have not wavered in trying to get justice for themselves and others. And also thanks to a handful that were not victims but are allies that have been able to get the conversation of the grooming gangs to where it is right now. It's everywhere. And Sadiq Khan is still the Mayor of London. How? Why? To me, right? Why is he evading this question in the first place? It's a very simple question. How is London being impacted by these grooming gangs? Is basically what's being asked here. What do you know about grooming gangs in London? What are you trying to do to combat these grooming gangs? And instead of answering that, he's like, okay, well, can you tell me what you mean by grooming gangs? Piss off! Seriously. What the freaking hell? And this is the even more insane part to it all. I have collected even more clips of exchanges with Sadiq Khan where if you think this is bad, hold on to your freaking butts, because I'm going to be putting out more videos exposing this freaking con of a man, con of a mayor. Because if he can't even answer this simple question that Councillor Susie is posing to him without trying to evade, then the sickening question of all is, what has he got to hide? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here at Political Nerds. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to this clip and how Sadiq Khan answered it? Are you as angry as me? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.